Today's video is non-theory. This happened to us. We had a Newcastle outbreak on the farm and we lost a good number of birds. We spent a lot of money trying to save what we could. For a moment I felt like everything I had built was collapsing because some time back I told you these birds were giving us 100% egg production, and all that dropped to something like 60%. Now that is an alarming figure, dropping from 100% to 60%. So in this video I'm going to be discussing what we did and what you should do the moment you notice the signs I'm going to be discussing in your flock. So welcome to the channel. If you're new, if it's your first time and you've not yet subscribed, kindly subscribe, enable the bell button so you will never miss a video from me. Now, I'm a beginner farmer. I'm not that experienced. I've made some mistakes, and those mistakes have costed me a lot of money, made losses. For instance, losing birds. Every time you're losing one bird like this, you're losing money. You're losing the eggs it's going to be giving you for 2 years, because usually these birds give you a good percentage for 2 years, and then later on you can off-lay them. And also it brings a lot of stress to you as a farmer. Now let's talk about the loss. Many farmers hide this part, but me, I'm going to be transparent with you guys. We lost about 4 million. Now that's a lot of money, but for me it's not so painful because, you know, this is an experience. We were supposed to start with a bigger farm, but we chose to start with something small to get experience, and we are doing it in the backyard of our house here. You can see that is our house, and then all this space was redundant. We had a matoke plantation here. We had like 6 matoke plants. We had 6 matoke plants, a sugarcane plant, and we just chose to utilize this space before we scale up, because me and my wife wanted to start big. We wanted to start with something like 5,000 birds, but we were like, we see many people complaining about losses, making losses in poultry farming. Let's first see how this business goes. Now we should start with something small, and I'm telling you, poultry farming is very profitable once you make research. Once you understand exactly what to do, I'm telling you, you'll make it. With market, you don't even have to worry. Yeah, I wonder why people are so worried about the market, because I usually come across such questions in my videos about poultry farming, because I've hosted many poultry farmers. So, what caused this outbreak on the farm? Now, in poultry farming, you are supposed to be vaccinating against certain diseases. Routinely, you have to be following certain routines or schedules. That's why you need to have to do a lot of research before you start poultry farming, or before you start any business. You need to do a lot of research so that you equip yourself with sufficient knowledge to minimize losses. So the moment our birds started laying eggs, we didn't vaccinate for about 3 months. And remember, you need to be vaccinating against Newcastle each and every month, and also you need to be deworming them routinely. So we were a bit reluctant, we never did that. And when these birds reached 100%, I couldn't believe it. I remember posting a video here, and some of you were like, no, Lawrence, that's not possible. You can't have 100%, because even experienced farmers sometimes fail to reach that figure. But for us here, we reached 100%, and for over 1 week these birds were meeting the target of 100% each and every day. So we started noticing a drop in egg production, and if you're a farmer, you understand what that means, what a reduction in eggs on the farm means. That means huge losses. The customers you have, if there is inconsistency in your product, they will look for something better. They find you unreliable, so you always need to be on top of your game. And then we started noticing the eggs were reducing in size. They were going back to the size of starter eggs. Remember, we had moved a few months from the time they started laying, and the eggs were becoming big, like the normal sized eggs you find in shops, in supermarkets. So our eggs were starting to grow bigger in size, but because of this outbreak, in the early stages, we couldn't tell whether it was Newcastle. We were just anticipating. We even brought in some veterinary doctors here to look through the birds. They told us, oh, these birds look to be okay, there is no problem. And one veterinary doctor told us that it's very funny. He told us that their reproductive system didn't develop well, that we are supposed to put them on the growers feed. So to me it wasn't making sense, so I didn't do that, and I was surprised to get such advice from a professional veterinary doctor, because we got him from a certain shop here. No, I wouldn't call it a shop, it's a center where they offer veterinary services, and also they sell poultry feeds. So we brought in that guy. He looked through the flock, he checked for signs, for everything, and he didn't see anything. He said the birds are okay, you just need to take them back on the growers feed. So I didn't do that. Now, from the reduction of the egg size, we went to another stage where we would get eggs which are deformed, and then we started getting eggs with shells which are weak. When we noticed the shells are getting weak, we provided more calcium in the feeds and also in water, because we were trying to troubleshoot what the problem could be. And every time we brought in a professional to diagnose our birds, they would tell us something different. And also our farmer friends were telling us to boost calcium, do this. Maybe the calcium is low because the shells were getting weaker. Then from the weak shells, sometimes the shells were very, very soft, with even lacking that hard shell. They were like, how do I call it? Something very, very soft. Yeah, and also inside the yolk and the abdomen were watery. Now, it reached an alarming stage where we started losing birds. We lost a number of birds. Now, this is when I saw that this is something serious. We started noticing birds are becoming weak, they were becoming shivery, they were losing appetite, and also the poop or their droppings were now turning, they were green in color. It was non-diarrhea, as many people say online, because when you try to research about Newcastle online, they tell you it's green diarrhea. For us, they were intact droppings but changing color, green in color. For instance, you can see this is a dropping, but it's a normal color. There is another one there, normal color, but they were turning into something like that, but it was real green. You could see that this is a green color. Even these combs, you can see those combs were also dropping. They were not standing like these ones. You can see they were all folded. They were dropping. So let me tell you those serious symptoms which we were almost going to experience here on the farm, and we start seeing birds dropping one by one. And when you see such symptoms, it's almost at a point of no return. Your birds start dropping one by one, one day 20, 50. Newcastle can claim the entire flock. It can kill the entire flock, because when Newcastle attacks your flock, it attacks the nervous system, and also it fights the immunity of these birds. The first one was twisted neck. Now that symptom is very, very interesting, because the neck changes from looking this side and it looks up. Your head is facing this way, but it changes on the opposite side. So Newcastle arrests the nervous system, it paralyzes the bird, and the neck changes. It also weakens. It also, when you see the feathers dropping, the wings dropping, the bird is moving in a wobbly way. It's non-stable while moving around. All those are signs of Newcastle in your flock. When the birds move around and they are staggering in motion, those are signs of Newcastle. Now the medicine we got was very, very effective. I want to thank God for that, because right now the birds have stabilized. They started stabilizing in 3 days after we gave them, no, in 2 days after giving them the medicine. It's like disturbing me. They are jumping on my camera. Yeah, so they started stabilizing after 2 days of giving them the medicine. The first one was aerosol here. But make sure before you buy medicine for your birds, you consult a professional, because sometimes you can give them aerosol when it's not going to be effective. But for us, we gave them aerosol and Caprocil. This one, Caprocil. Now, one friend of mine told me that if you're buying medicine, if they have recommended medicine, make sure the brands they are recommending are from Holland, and this one is manufactured in Holland. For Caprocil, for aerosol, it's made in Jordan. This one is made in Jordan and it's for all animals. I can see cows, turkeys, goats, and then chicken. Yeah, I think for all animals, domesticated animals, this one can work. Yeah, and this as well, I can see a chicken, a cow, and then sheep. Yeah, so I think they are for all animals. So this is the medication we used, and we put them on medication for 5 good days. Guys, I can tell you right now, the egg production is getting back to normal. Each and every day we see an improvement. They are increasing in the production, the number of eggs we get on each day, the number of trays, and also the egg size is improving. Now let's go outside and give you a comparison of the eggs we used to get during the outbreak and now during and after medication. Yeah, so the eggs we have right now are after the medication. Today we are supposed to be vaccinating against Newcastle, so I'll also be taking you through that process. So these are the eggs we used to get. The color was irregular, as you can see. This one, a good example is this egg. Some parts you can see the color is darker, and then the other parts you can see the color is changing. So that irregularity in the color on the egg, on the shell, was a symptom. Now some eggs would come when the shell is very, very soft and weak. They could easily crack. Even when you do like this, it cracks easily. But now things have improved. I think you can see there is a very big difference between these eggs on this side and also these ones. You see, these ones, the color is deeper, darker, and the egg looks very good and attractive, like the normal eggs on the market. You see, even the size is improving. Let me do a comparison for you guys. You can see there is a very big difference between this one and this one. Remember, we were past the starter eggs, but our chicken had gone back to giving us starter eggs, yet we were supposed to be getting eggs even bigger than this one. But right now we are going back to the normal production. You can see they have stabilized. Even here, all the eggs are very, very okay. Yeah, so make it a point to always vaccinate your chicken on time. Otherwise, it's going to cost you a lot of money. Now, this is very, very important. I'm not a veterinary doctor. I'm just sharing my experience. Always involve a professional vet when you have such outbreaks on your farm. I'm sharing my experience. Now, my experience with veterinary doctors has been very, very bad, because I've spent money. Every time a vet comes on the farm, you facilitate them, you have to pay them. Sometimes you need to be extra aggressive in terms of researching and in terms of observing things on the farm. Yeah, you can see my birds are now very, very healthy. They are energetic, they are lively, they are done having the second batch of feeds, and now they are scratching, because you know these layers are scratchers. They scratch the ground, unlike broilers. So this is our vaccine, you can see here, and this is the water we are going to use for vaccination. This is an ice particle, very big. We use it to keep the vaccine dormant, not activated, inactive. Because once the vaccine gets activated, it ceases to be working. So it has to be kept cool.
Daddy.
Just crack it, yes?
Here.
It's okay. Just tap on the screen. Because you
Daddy,
come closer.
Daddy, it's a high.
Oh, wow.
Don't eat it. This is dirty. This is that, okay?
Yep.
Hey! Daddy, why rust the eyes? Don't rust the eyes.
Daddy, maybe some people are going to dislike.
To dislike?
Yeah, because you're beating the eyes.
They can't dislike it. They can't dislike it.
Alright.
The ice is good.
Me, I'm behind the camera.
Okay.
It's me, Manuel.
Thank you.
Daddy, open this, going to break it.
I'm going to break it.
The ice.
Don't touch.
Daddy, the ice. This one. Daddy, this one.
Ezekiel, do you want to say hello?
Ice. Hello.
I'm not seeing. Ezekiel!
Hello.
You met Ezekiel. That can be even a funny video.
Daddy, going to break the ice. Daddy. It's going to surprise download. Daddy, what is your surprise? Daddy, open this one. Don't go water. This one, that chicken is ice. The chicken is ice.
I'm mixing it up.
Mixing it up.
Mixing.
Mixing.
Ezekiel, stop copying me.
Keep copying me.
Or else I'm going to come out.
Ouch!
Ouch! Ezekiel! Stop it. Take that comb back.
No.
Or else I'm going to come.
No, I'm going to.
Mixing.
That's good meat. Oh, else what?
Nine. 30. Now, so guys, at the same time, we are counting to see how many birds we have. Each one we vaccinate, we count. So you have to be alternating between the different test tubes or the containers for the vaccine, because if the vaccine takes a long time within your hands, the body temperature can activate it. Even slight warmth can activate it, and once it gets activated, it's no longer effective before it's administered to the chicken. So you have to be making sure that every after 5 or 10 minutes you are changing it, because the more it takes, it spends time in your hands, the body temperature is transferred to the container and the warmth gets into the solution where the vaccine is. So we are done vaccinating the lower floor, and right now we are going to the upper floor. You can see now they are trying to come this side. So right now we are going upstairs. Now, if you're watching this because you're seeing some signs in your flock, don't panic, just act fast. When you notice some weak birds, some signs, make sure you isolate those birds before the disease spreads within the entire flock, and then act fast, consult professionals, and put your birds on medication as soon as you can. Now, if you are an experienced farmer and you've ever experienced Newcastle, kindly tell us how you were able to contain it. You never know, your experience might help save someone else's flock. So tell us how you contain the disease on your farm. And thank you so much for watching. If you have any question, you can leave it in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, share this video to every farmer you know, because this information is very, very important. Look at these guys. Look at them. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and let's meet in another video. Bye bye.